What's going on, guys, and welcome again from sunny southern Thailand. Thought I'd just take a moment, sitting down, chatting with y'all today in my backyard here. It's really hot today. We're talking about 32 degrees, so we're kind of averaging between like 26 and 30 normally at this time of year, just on this particular island. But today it's a bit of a banger. So instead of standing out in the sun, how I usually do over there, plus I trained legs yesterday, so the legs are a bit sore, the quads, the glutes, the hammies, and went for a huge long walk on the beach this morning. So yeah, just wanted to take a bit of a breather. Guys, more importantly, you know, how to make money this bull cycle. Look, honestly, probably the best way to make money is start a business, get it going for 5 years, grind it out. But who can be bothered with all that? Instead, you can just go ahead and invest in some BTC, get your head in the crypto game. Even if you've got a business, honestly, I think everybody should be getting involved in crypto. And really the meta right now, the biggest plays are in cryptocurrency nodes. But with that popularity comes a lot of bad actors, a lot of scam nodes. There are many nodes in the space right now. And I was talking a little bit in yesterday's video where I was talking about Zap Vault nodes, about how on this channel, guys, I don't talk about that many nodes. I've only really talked about Gala node, was the first node I bought, $9,000 US, currently paying me $1,200 to $1,500 US a month. And then after that, it was the Sonorous nodes, guys. 11x at the peak at 34 cents if you would have cashed out, and one node produces over 200 USD, okay? Both been successful plays. Then the current one, well, there's two current ones. The first current one hasn't had the token generation event yet, is Galaxis engine nodes. Guys, you know I'm super bullish about Galaxis engine, really bullish about the fact that Chainlink and CoinMarketCap are invested on there. Steve Aoki, Mike Tyson have already got NFT collections on there. And then most recently, folks, my last video was talking about the Zap Vault nodes. So these are the two current nodes in play. We've got Galaxis engine on the one hand, we've got Zap Vault on the other hand. And a lot of people in my free Telegram calls group, which by the way, if you're not in it, get in it now. The free link, no strings attached, is at the very top of the description of this video. Oh, and also guys as well, if you do want to purchase either a Galaxis engine, a Zap Vault node, or even a Sonorous node, guys, the links for all of those will be at the top of the description of this video too. And also just quickly as well, I will quickly mention, I will leave not only a how-to, but an explainer video about the Zap Vault node. So the first 10K, guys, already sold out. And actually, if you were in my Telegram calls group, you would have heard me say in there before the node sale went live for Zap Vault nodes that I had a strong feeling that these nodes, at least the first 10K out of the 30K max supply, were going to sell out very quick. But actually, they all sold out the first 10K just outside of 24 hours. I think we're kind of approaching 11,000 sold at the moment. So the current price for a Zap Vault node is 1,250, and by the time I get this video out tonight, there's a good chance that they could be more than 1,250. So one really important note as well, if you are looking to purchase a Zap Vault node, before you send the funds over to go and purchase, make sure you actually check the price of the node, because the last thing you want to do is bridge your Ethereum, because the Ethereum gas fee to bridge using the actual Zap Vault bridge is going to be around maybe 70 to 80 US dollars worth of Ethereum. Last thing you want to do is bridge over and then realize you don't have the funds. So the smartest thing to do would be to check the price and send over, really, if you can, I'd send an extra 200 US dollars worth of Ethereum, okay? You won't spend all that. You'll probably spend about 70 to 80, but at least you'll know that you won't have to spend another 70 or 80 if you're cutting it really fine, if that makes sense. So yeah, guys, in that explainer video, it's like a 20-minute video, 17 minutes, I think, and I talk to you about exactly the how-to steps of how to buy the node. It's really easy if you follow the instructions, but it is going to take you about 5 to 10 minutes to do it. So really the question I'm getting a lot is, what's it going to be, Satoshi? Is it going to be Zap Vault nodes, or is it going to be Galaxis nodes? These are the two hot nodes at the moment, and as we know, accumulating both these tokens, GLX and Zap tokens, in my opinion, is just going to be priceless. You're getting in at the earliest stage, folks. Tokens going to be listed on, most likely both going to be listed on tier 1 listings, could be Binance. The actual Galaxis GLX listing, the date confirmation is going to be this month in April. So this month in April, we are going to get a date as to when GLX will be launched. And for those of you who are a little bit concerned about the delay of the launch, because I know they said end of Q1, don't be, guys, because the delay is for a very good reason. It's this simple. They want to do the launch at the right time. They want to do the launch when the markets are pretty green and robust, because if they do it when the markets are a bit red and a bit bearish, or even a bit of consolidation like we're in now with BTC floating around 70K, then the simple fact is the token won't have as good a launch if, say, BTC was 75 to 80K. So the simple answer is it going to be Galaxis or Zap? Honestly, guys, if you're in a position, then I say both, all right? For example, if you can own 2 nodes, I'd probably say have a Zap Vault and have a Galaxis node, all right? If you maybe believe in one project more than the other, say you believe in Zap Vault more, I'd say have 2 Zap Vault nodes, because the thing is, if you have 2 Zap Vault nodes and 2 Galaxis nodes, then you're actually going to get entitled to more pool weight from the bonus pool. So both projects do have bonus pool weight. In a nutshell, the more referrals you have, the more nodes you have for each project, the more bonus weight you can get from the bonus pools. And with Zap Vault specifically as well, the more likely you are to get special NFT drops. One thing I really like about the Zap Vault Node ecosystem is the fact that they are also doing an airdrop campaign. And kind of like I did mention in the previous video, airdrops can be valued up in the tens of thousands sometimes. And usually it tends to only happen with some of the more hyped projects, and Zap Vault is really one of these hyped project guys. It's really hyped, but it's still quite undiscovered. That's why I feel like the first 10K did sell out in just over 24 hours. Another big upside to Zap Vault nodes is that they've got some serious investors on board. I'm not allowed to share that information yet, guys, but make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notifications to stay tuned. Also in my Telegram group, because that's where you get all the info first before I post on YouTube about who these investors are. But they are some serious investors that we've got in this project. And one investor or one backer that I can say that is involved in Zap Vault nodes is one of the founders of Pudgy Penguins, guys. Arguably one of the most successful Ethereum-based NFT collections at the moment, top 3 easy, with a floor price of around 40,000 US dollars for one Pudgy Penguin from that 10K collection. And if that wasn't good enough, they're also even dropping one 40K Pudgy Penguin to a lucky vault holder. Also the fact that Zap Vault nodes, the actual project itself, it is a launchpad. All right, now for those of you that don't understand what launchpads are, essentially a launchpad protocol, it's called a multi-layered launchpad protocol, okay, to be precise, just simply meaning it's doing more than just a pure launchpad. Essentially, a really hyped project can actually use Zap protocol to launch their project, all right, say for their token generation event. Now what it means is if there's a really hyped project, all right, let's just use, I don't know, Axie Infinity, for example, go back in time. Let's say Axie Infinity was back in time before it did 1000x, and the only way to get first access to the AXS token was to get it through Zap protocol. Well, you would actually have to buy, hold, and possibly even stake that Zap token to get your hands on some AXS before it goes and does that 1000x. What does that mean? Takes Zap off the market, gives Zap, the actual token for Zap Vault nodes, a serious and plain utility. It's that simple. Hold, stake the node, pretty similar to Seedify Fund, if you all are familiar with that one. The fund token, okay? Stake tokens on there for a year, you get more usability and you get more capabilities within the ecosystem, better staking benefits, but that's not even the biggest thing. The fact is you're getting instant exposure at the lowest price to these brand new projects, because the bottom line is, and this is an undeniable fact, in the cryptocurrency market, if you want to make the most gains, you've got to get into these projects as early as you can, all right? And usually the only way to get into early projects is through private rounds, but they usually incur at least a 5,000 USD minimum investment. I mean, who has that kind of money just to throw at some random project? I certainly don't have it. I know a lot of you watching this video also don't have that kind of money. But that's why these launch pads are so cool. You can go in with, like, I'm not sure what the minimum is. I don't know, maybe it's 500 US, maybe it's a few hundred, okay? I can't imagine it's more than 1,000 though. And you can still get immediate exposure to these awesome projects at the earliest price possible. So they're not trying to do anything crazy. Whereas Galaxis Engine, I really like the idea, and otherwise I wouldn't have made so many videos about them. But in terms of their use case, it's like a membership NFT system, dynamic NFTs, definitely already a proven and successful business model. But I feel like whilst it's still going to be a successful kind of business model going into the next 5 years, I think it could be a little slower versus the launchpad. Whereas people will just look at the launchpad and go, that's easy to understand, because a lot of people are not going to want to build a dynamic NFT. That's kind of more for maybe YouTubers, project developers, things like that. But if you're someone that just wants to make some bank early on some crypto, then you're going to use the launchpad and you're going to hold that token. So yeah, guys, I'm probably going to wrap this video up there. But yeah, it was kind of just me, just kind of getting everything off my chest, talking about, you know, Galaxis, talking about Zap Vault Node. They are the 2 projects that I'm highly recommending at the moment. And look, if you check my last video, I'm not going to go on about it again in this video, but I've got 100% strike rate in terms of every project that I've spoken about in detail. When I say in detail, I say every project that I've spoken about at least 3, 4, 5 plus times on my channel, guys, every single one has done over 100x. Okay, I have not got one single project wrong. And I'm not saying I can't make a mistake. I'm not saying that this is risk-free, all right? Invest at your own risk. Galaxis and Zap Vault Nodes, they might go to zero. You know, I don't think they're going to rug, but who knows? They might not be successful. There's no guarantees here. But the fact is, the facts do say that I'm at 100% strike rate, you know, and I would not be talking about or recommending these projects if I wasn't super bullish on them. I'm not going to talk about deadbeat projects just to try and get a commission. Yes, of course, if you use my referral link, I do get a commission. That helps the channel. You know, that helps me, you know, continue living that life and providing this value and this content, but they're the facts. Okay, so you can't argue with fact. That it's as simple as that. So yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Like the video if you enjoyed it, sub, turn notification bells on. If you've got any questions about Galaxis engines or Zap Vault Nodes, leave them in the comments, plus jump in my free Telegram group as well. That link will be at the top of the description of this video. Just comment on my broadcast, guys. Any of the broadcasts there, comment in there at me, at Satoshi Aoki. I'll get back to you with any reasonable questions. And yeah, we'll take it from there, guys. Make sure you get signed up for the nodes. Referral links will be at the top of the description of this video. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Take care, guys.